The universe of The Boys is officially getting bigger, bloodier, and a whole lot more diabolical. Just wait until you thought Vought couldn't sink any lower. Amazon has announced Vought Rising, a brand new prequel series set to drag us back to the dawn of the so-called American century, the 1950s.
Shit. Finally. Is this hot?
Get ready for the shocking origin of Soldier Boy, the sinister secrets of Stormfront long before she was Stormfront, and the twisted murder mystery at the very heart of Vaught's creation. The main series might be the ending, but the story is just getting started. Here's everything we know about Vought Rising. First off, let's break down what this show actually is. This isn't just another side story, it's the origin story for the entire corrupt world we love to hate. At its core, Vought Rising is being described as the twisted murder mystery set against the backdrop of the post-World War II America. This is the era when Vought was just starting to climb, transforming from a shadowy, wartime contractor into the corporate beast that controls everything. The showrunner and executive producer has promised a salacious, grisly saga drenched in blood with Compound V. That quote alone tells you that the tone isn't changing one bit. We're going to see the foundations of Vought being built, not with steel or glass, but with secrets, lies, and an awful lot of Compound V. This series will dig into the development of the serum that creates soups, showing the brutal, unethical testing that led to the heroes of today. It's the story of how the sausage gets made, and in the world of The Boys, you know that's a process that's going to be spectacular, gruesome. The series aims to explore the genesis of Vought, Soldier Boy's first missions, and the manipulative schemes of a soup. Now let's talk about the cast, because this is where things get really exciting. Two huge fan-favorite characters are returning to anchor this final chapter. First up, Jensen Ackles is back as Soldier Boy and in a new uniform. But this isn't the broken, bitter man who stumbled off a Russian lab back in Season 3 of The Boys. This is Soldier Boy in his prime, the original American hero, the face of Vought, the man who was supposed to be their answer to Captain America. Ackles himself has teased that we'll be seeing a very different version of the character, someone who hasn't yet built up decades of cynical armor. We'll see a more vulnerable, perhaps even more secure man still figuring out who he is and what Vought expects him to be. Ackles has described it's a kind of coming-of-age story for Soldier Boy, exploring the events that shaped him into the weapon we met in Season 3. And who was right there in those early days? None other than Stormfront. Yes, Ava Cash will be reprising her role, and she will be, again, the first successful Compound V subject, and we kind of know her as the literal Nazi. The series will put her right at the center of Vaught's diabolical maneuvers, showing us the twisted vision she used to help build an empire from the ground up. They won't be alone either. The prequel is introducing a whole new slate of soups. Confirmed cast members include Mason Dye as Bombsight, Elizabeth Posey as Private Angel, and Will Hochman as Torpedo. They also have a ton of other people who hasn't had their role disclosed yet, but we're about to meet an entire generation of Vaught's first soups. We're likely going to meet the team again with Soldier Boy that we saw a lot in Season 3 before my boy Jensen Ackles went and killed them all, but we're going to see a lot of like maybe Gunpowder and the original Black Noir, because that will be really cool, and we'll likely see maybe some of Gus. So what kind of story can we expect? All signs point to a dark, pulpy, noir-infused narrative. The series is confirmed to be set in the 1950s, diving into the aftermath of World War II and the dawn of the Cold War. This is a perfect setting to explore how a company founded by a Nazi scientist, Frederick Vought, pivots to become a celebrated American corporation. The central plot will follow Vaught's rise and the brutal development of Compound V as they transition from a military contractor to an entertainment and pharmaceutical juggernaut. Driving their story will be a complex and almost certainly toxic relationship between Soldier Boy and Stormfront. He's the all-American poster boy, she's the secret powerhouse pulling the strings. Their dynamic, a partnership built on the patriotism, power, and the horrific secrets will be the heart of the Vaught's early days. To make sure the series keeps the signature feel of The Boys, the showrunner from The Boys and Eric Ripley, who has served as the executive producer on The Boys as well, their creative oversight is crucial, guaranteeing the prequel will share the same satirical bit and love for explosive violence that defines the franchise. Ripley has also said that they cannot wait to blow your minds and trouble your souls with this show, which basically the mission statement is for the entire universe. But let's talk about the most intriguing part of the official description, the twisted murder mystery. This isn't just a historical drama about Vought, it's who did it. And that raises tons of fascinating questions. Who's the victim? In the world of corporate espionage, secret Nazi plots, and unstable soups, the list of potential targets is endless. Could be a rival scientist trying to expose Compound V, a government official who learns the truth about Frederick Vought, or in a truly shocking twist, could the victim be Frederick Vought himself? His death would create a massive power vacuum and could be the catalyst for everything that comes after. And of course, who's the killer? In this event that instills the deep-seated drama in Soldier Boy, perhaps he's framed for the murder, or he commits it under orders, an act that begins his long, cynical journey. Or is it Stormfront cleaning house and eliminating anyone who threatens her long-term agenda? The murder mystery is the perfect engine to expose the rot of Vaught's core, showing that it's the very beginning, the company that always burned its problems and its enemies. Before we get into our biggest theories on how this connects back to the main series, if you're excited for more diabolical content from the Boys universe, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for all future updates. One of the best parts of the universe is how interconnected everything is. Vought Rising isn't just a standalone story, it's poised to recontextualize huge moments from the Boys and Gen V. First and foremost, Herogasm. In Season 3, Soldier Boy told Butcher and Huey that he and Liberty, that's Stormfront, started Herogasm back in the day as a private party for a few soups. A prequel set in the 1950s is the absolute perfect opportunity to show us the very first Herogasm. It's a fan-favorite piece of lore that this series is uniquely positioned to finally bring to the screen. Second, the story could finally reveal the information from the original soup team. Before the 7, there was Payback. But what came before Payback? Vought Rising will likely introduce Vaught's first attempt at a superhero team with Soldier Boy as its leader. We might even see younger versions of characters we've only heard about, like the TNT twins or other members of Payback. Finally, there could be a chance to meet the man himself, Frederick Vought. We've seen his statue and we've heard his name, but the show has never actually depicted the infamous Nazi scientist on screen. His presence would be a game changer, allowing the series to directly confront the fascist ideology at the company's root. His relationship with Stormfront and his role as the creator of Soldier Boy would be the central pillar of the story, showing the master puppeteer at work. So when could we actually get to see this diabolical history lesson? While there's no official date set in stone, production for Vought Rising has reportedly been planned to take place in Toronto, Canada. As for the release date, nothing is official yet. However, with the 5th and final season of The Boys on the horizon, it seemed that Prime Video could position Vought Rising to launch shortly after the main series concludes. A release time in late 2026 or early 2027 feels like a safe bet, allowing the prequel to carry the torch and keep fan excitement sky high. Jensen Ackles has promised fans that the show will have the same demented and beloved tone as the original. Vought Rising is shaping up to be this bloody and essential piece of the puzzle. It's a 1950s murder mystery that promises to reveal the true origins of Vought, Compound V, and two of the most iconic superheroes, Soldier Boy and Stormfront. With a stacked cast and the original creative minds at the helm, this is set to be the next can't-miss series from the world of the Boys. But what do you think? Who do you think is the victim of the 1950s murder mystery, and what piece of lore are you excited to see brought to life? Let us know your wildest theories down in the comments below, and if you want to stay updated on everything Vought Rising, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.